Today on Marilyn, we're bringing in the butler when Charles gives you his room-by-room strategies and solutions to have a clutter-free home for life. Then Mary Berg reveals how she keeps her kitchen in organized shape and helps you meal prep the right way with a delicious vegetarian chili dish with jalapeno cornbread. Plus, handyman Chris Palmer is sharing 3 projects that will help keep the mess at bay in your space. It all starts right now. She is Marilyn Denis.
Getting organized today. Hey, thank you. Okay, listen up. Regardless of your design style, organization and proper layout will make every room in your home feel like a haven. And I love organization. First up, we're going to tackle the kitchen with Charles the Butler and cooking expert Mary Berg. Come on up. Ready to go. Hello. I love this show. I've tried this show. Hi, Mary. How are you? So I'm glad Mary's here because Mary's gonna, she lives and works in the kitchen all the time. And I saw something on Instagram. You made something delicious on Instagram this weekend.
Oh my goodness. So I'm in love with this chef from England called Nigel Slater.
Yeah.
And I made chicken and turkey wings.
Ooh.
Because of all the meat on the turkey, and they're always on sale, and so I bought them, and it's the simplest recipe.
Nice. Good turkey hack. I'm into it.
Share that a little later on.
Yeah.
So I love this because you now, by the way, you've laid out a lot of kitchens for a lot of clients.
I have.
And in different variations, some very large, from very small.
Absolutely.
And efficiency is the real key, isn't it?
Because that's really what it comes down to is the efficiency of where you put things and how you put them, and also how you cook, so where things are convenient for you.
And you concur with that.
Oh, completely. It's one of those, everybody who doesn't like cooking is because it takes too long. So why not economize your time by organizing things?
Right. And again, it doesn't matter the space. In fact, today you're going to watch the show today and maybe reconfigure some of your stuff because of the experience you both have. So we're going to take a step by step. So let's go with this.
Perfect.
Okay, where are we starting?
Okay, well, so first of all, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take everything out of the kitchen, of the cupboards.
Yeah.
Because if everything's out, then you can kind of start to put things in
You're
groups.
laughing, why?
No, it's the best.
But it's surprising because, Mary, I've learned too, like with spices are only good for about a year.
It's true. And I've gone into my mom's cupboard and found them from 1995.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a good purge.
Yeah,
So
no,
take
absolutely.
everything out, make sure everything's in good shape, right?
Exactly, and I love that. So make sure things are chipped or whatever you want to get rid of. You've got duplicates of things.
Donate to somebody else.
Exactly.
For sure. The second step is you want to group like items.
Exactly. So here we are. So we've taken everything out, and so now we've washed the cupboards because they get greasy.
Very greasy.
And so now we've got everything into groups that are, all our plates, our glasses, and so on. So that's the next thing.
And then organize the cabinets according to the new groupings.
Exactly.
And that's where we're going to talk about that sort of thing too. You are all laughing because we have cameras at your home right now. And we are purging.
You're going to come up to a new kitchen.
No,
but it'll be so clean.
You will feel lighter once you do that, right?
Totally.
Okay.
But at first it's daunting.
I was going to say, when you take everything out, you're just like, oh no,
I have all this
what
stuff.
have I done?
Exactly.
Okay, so are we going to start with this first? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
So tell
so
me
let's
where
start
we're
on this
going.
side. So plates.
Plates.
So where are we going to put plates? And so for me, it's the kind of thing where, it's by the stove and the oven, because as you're cooking, you want to be able to plate things. So I would put plates here.
Okay.
It keeps everything hot. If you've got something just coming out the stove, boom, dinner.
Right.
Done.
Got it.
Love it.
Okay. Confirming that one.
Great.
Glasses.
Glasses.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like, near the fridge, because that's where you've got beverages.
Think
but
about where
also
your fridge is.
near the sink, because you're getting water, whatever. So I happen to personally, I like them there.
Mary, where do you like yours?
I like them there as well. So if you're hand washing, say your wine glasses or anything like that, it lessens the chance of, say, a well-meaning husband breaking them. So you just wash, put away, and you're good.
Okay, very good. All right, next thing.
So platters. So something like, platters we don't necessarily use all the time. So it doesn't need to be necessarily in the main area.
No.
But, putting them on the fridge side to me doesn't make sense. To me, they need to be on the stove side because that's where you're going to put the food on.
That's true.
For me, is where I would put them there.
Yeah.
And I put them somewhere, because how often do you use a platter, right, Charles?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think of that platter that you have for Thanksgiving or for Christmas that you use twice a year.
That extra cupboard over there and leave it there.
Somewhere high or low, where you don't
go very high.
go very high.
I like that. All right, next up.
I love how you said high or low.
High or low, yeah.
Because you reach up there twice a year, but not every week.
That's
Exactly.
right. Utensils.
Okay, so utensils can either go in a drawer or they can go in a crock pot on top of the counter,
Yeah.
depending. So in this particular kitchen, I think the most space was kind of here where you'd be cooking. So to me, it made sense to put the utensils here.
Utensils, like these kind of things, like not the knives, forks, and spoons, but the major things?
Exactly. So that you're cooking with. So you're cooking with knives or spatulas or all those little doodads. You would put them somewhere else. Where would you put them?
Oh, wait. Oh.
Oh.
You know what? I see
Ready?
the benefit.
Because the door's open, you do this.
I was going to say the dishwasher. Then you don't have to carry them
That's
over.
That's
Yeah.
what I do, because I just
Yeah.
want them closer to when I clean up the dishwasher, it's right there. So I'll put it back where you
No,
get.
No, I love this.
Keep it there.
Marilyn's killing it.
This is my kind of show, everybody. My kind of show.
But I
Okay.
think you made a really good point about the dishwasher is that
Yeah.
you want to be able to keep things
Yeah.
that work in your kitchen. And
Yeah.
so I love that point.
Yeah. When you talk about special glasses, I would put them there, but regular glasses, I would put.
Will you put them above the dishwasher?
Right. Very, very
Ladies
tight
and gentlemen,
corner.
my kitchen. But Mary's right, and Charles right too. If there's really special, you put it over there. But sometimes you have enough cupboard space on top.
If you're lucky enough, yes.
See, that's what my fancy glasses go up higher and
Uh-huh.
then less so.
The regular drinking glasses are kind of about an easier height.
Exactly.
I digress. Dry goods. Dry goods.
Okay, so because we decided that this was the cooking area, for me, it made sense that the dry goods would go here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Like that? Okay.
Perfect.
Spices.
Spices. And
The
so,
ones that are still good.
And so you don't like the spices near the stove because of the heat, correct?
Exactly. So
Oh, okay.
oftentimes when you are in a house or something, everyone stores their spices right next to the stove because that's where you're going to use them.
Right.
But the heat and the oil that's all coming up from the stove can actually make your spices go rancid quicker.
Oh, wow. I did
Yeah,
not
so
know that.
storing
Okay.
them over near in a drier area like the fridge.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. Because you don't have to go far. It's not like you have to carry them. over.
No.
It's not a
And you
big deal.
usually know what you're looking
Yeah,
for when you
that's
start
right.
making.
Okay, very good. Small appliances.
So again, this is something that we're not using often, and so I think we had decided. What did we decide that we were going
I
to put
think
them
we
on
put them over there, just in case.
Because
Like
we had thought that this whole countertop, so you could have like your toaster or whatever kind of small
Yeah,
thing.
I
the
know,
corner space. You know that unused
Right,
corner?
right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have space, where would you put it?
Ooh.
Oh,
To be
that's a
honest, all of
question.
my don't have spaces are usually next to the oven in the under cupboard. You know, like the toaster's in there. And
I put them in here. I put them in
okay.
here. Or, again, like you said, guys, you move up.
Exactly.
You move up. So it might be, this is my opinion only, but this is like I would move it to a cupboard where it's near there,
Yep.
but it's up away from there, right? Because
So
I don't
yeah.
like toasters on the counter. That's just kind of.
Well, so I'm like you. I hate the look of things on the counter.
Yeah.
But I also think sometimes it's just we need to deal with reality and practicality.
You know what? I don't like dealing with reality. I like living in fantasy. Actually, my kitchen got smaller when I moved into my house about 10 years ago, and then I have a son who lived with me on occasion, and everything was left out, and I was like, nah, I don't have the counter space for it, but you have to.
But
You're
think
right.
about, you've got kids,
reality.
a
Yeah,
spouse, whatever.
Got it.
Trying to make breakfast in the
Yeah,
morning, whatever.
yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
What's
Okay.
worse, like the sound of them trying to heave something
Yeah,
out
yeah,
and waking
that's right.
up? Or,
Yeah.
For me, the issue is I think that for yourself, for example, because it's just you in the kitchen, you're very
Yeah.
disciplined to put it away.
I'm extremely.
I just think of that, I could just see a lot of families where people just wouldn't.
But I understand that, and I also understand that you want to keep them away from where the major activity is.
Exactly, and the water and all that
Okay,
kind of
and then
stuff. I totally
oils. Let's go oils, and then
Okay.
coffee, tea. Yeah. What do you think? Mary?
Perfect, exactly. So if you have different types of oils like coconut oil, sesame oil, things like that,
Yeah.
definitely over here, again, away from the heat.
In the cupboard.
In the cupboard.
Dark space.
cupboard.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that you're going to use all the time, say it's an olive oil or like a canola oil or something like that, I would keep just one bottle near the stove. 'Cause
Okay.
How many
Like right
times do you need
right
a little
here.
glug
There.
every
Right,
once in a
exactly.
while?
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
like on a
exactly
little
where I
tray
would
or
put it.
something.
Exactly.
And coffee or tea.
So for me, I like a coffee tea station where you kind of have everything together because
Sure.
rather than making coffee or tea together.
Yeah.
And I personally, in order to keep things off my counter, I actually have a kettle on the stove. And so for me, I would have it in this area
Okay.
near there. That's how I
Okay.
would do
Me
it.
too, 100%.
Okay, very good.
Then
All
the
right.
kettle's there.
It's-
Everything-
right, everything is
Yeah.
there. Okay, we cannot live together. That's the takeaway. Mary and I, we could live together.
do it.
We're
We can-
good roommates,
Well, at
okay.
least we know.
Yeah, we know, and
Yeah.
at least we know, and there's no prenup. Okay,
But
I love
I was going to say, that's also a good friend thing to know. Who
That's
could you
a
live
good
with?
friend, yeah. Who could you live with? Okay, Charles is organizing our linen closet entryway later on the show. Just getting you organized because spring is on its way. It feels like it anyway. So right now, Mary's going to show us how she stays organized in her kitchen. Come on over.
Okay, perfect.
All right. See you later. So, yeah, it's always good to kind of pick the brains of people that use the kitchen a lot. And this is very interesting. What do you got here?
So this is actually a generic file folder organizer that you
Okay.
find in an office or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I use something like this to organize my sheet pans and cookie sheets, muffin tins, and cutting boards.
Right.
This is a great way to organize all the things that you usually stack in
Right.
your kitchen.
Okay.
And say you want this pan and it's on the very bottom, then you have to lug everything
Yeah,
off
right,
and
right,
move
right.
it around, and
Right.
it's kind of the worst. So this is a really great hack for that. It makes it organized. You can see everything you're looking for, and it's great.
And the fruit stand, let's talk about that.
So this is a fun one. This is one that is a real kind of, it seems like an internet kitchen hack.
Yeah.
Because I love using my tablet for recipes. It's something that is quick, it's easy, it's a good size, you can see everything and move around. But sometimes my husband will come home and he'll be like, why is there butter on the tablet? So cover it in some plastic wrap.
That's a good idea.
And then you can still move it. It
Yeah.
still totally works.
Good idea.
And it keeps it nice and clean.
Nice,
right?
I like that
Yeah.
a lot. Very good.
And then if you want it propped up as opposed to kind of
Yeah.
looking over like
Right.
a bird,
Yeah.
put a little elastic band and just kind of prop it up on a fruit. And it's like something you have, an onion, an orange,
Okay,
something like
this
that.
stops it from
That
slipping.
stops it from slipping.
Yeah, with all those newspapers you get and those little magazines you
Yeah,
get at your
exactly.
door, keep those elastics
Or
there.
like asparagus. things
This
like
is
that.
something, if you've got enough space, a utensil crock, I love that look.
Yeah.
'Cause You will use it. These are the only things that you use often, is it what you put in there.
Completely. So don't put in if you have a potato ricer, don't put a potato ricer
Right,
in there
right,
because
right.
it's just going to take up space.
Right.
But a utensil crock, I actually just have an old paint can, an old clean paint can on my counter. But it's great. Just keep in a couple wooden spoons, a whisk, a ladle, your spatulas, things that you use on a daily basis.
Perfect.
It also keeps it cleaner because you don't have to
Wow.
rifle through everything. You can just be like, I need a wooden spoon.
Very good.
And you're good to go.
Let's talk about meal prep now. You're
Yes.
going to make, what are you making for us today?
So I'm making vegetarian chili, one of my very favorites. And for meal prep, there's a couple tips.
Yeah.
Always read all the way through your recipe before you start. Because there's nothing worse than opening up a recipe being like, I'm gonna make brisket for dinner.
Yeah.
And you have 20 minutes. You can't make brisket in 20 minutes.
Right.
It's
Gotta
impossible.
look at all the ingredients.
All the
everything.
ingredients.
Do I have everything? Is it
Exactly.
fresh?
Method too.
Yeah.
That's the really important part. You could have all the ingredients, but you just don't have the time to do it. So make sure you read through everything.
Okay, very good. Okay, so all your ingredients out before you start.
Yes, so this is good. This makes sure you don't forget anything.
Okay.
It makes sure you have everything ready to go, and
us to-
makes your meal actually way quicker.
And the way that the recipe is the order of putting things in. That's
Exactly.
Why that's why there's a list.
Exactly.
Okay,
A
very
well-written
good.
recipe
Okay.
should be written that way.
Okay, and then cutting board.
Cutting board. So you want a nice big cutting board. I'm actually going to grab
Sure,
this one for
okay.
a second. So a nice big cutting board gives you enough room to actually do the chopping and shove stuff aside.
Yes.
So you don't have to dirty another thing.
Right.
So you can chop an onion. And actually, I'm going to show you how to chop an onion.
Let's do that.
Is that fun?
Sure.
Does anybody know? They make me cry.
Me too. How do you
it's-
make so they don't make you cry?
So you want to make it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
But essentially what you do is
Have a sharp knife.
sharp knife, cut off the top and bottom.
Right.
And I have a garbage bowl, which is something I always have to throw all of my vegetable scraps in.
Right.
Sharp knife, cut the onion in half,
Yeah.
peel it. So I usually actually peel off a whole layer because it makes it a lot easier and quicker.
Yeah.
And then for chopping, an onion already has layers in it.
Get rid of that. Hang on.
Oh,
No,
that guy?
Get
Got
rid
it.
of that guy. We don't want
Forgot
that
who
guy.
I was cooking with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got it.
Okay, got it.
So essentially, an onion already has layers, so it already has done half the cutting for you.
Yeah, that's the great thing about it.
So basically, you just go all the way down, chop it all the way along, and you got to dice. It's so
Perfect.
easy, it's super quick, and it stops you from crying because I've chopped half an onion in about 5 seconds, which is pretty good.
That's pretty darn good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And I like the garbage bowl idea on the counter. That's a great idea.
It
'cause
keeps
it's right
it all
there.
clean, exactly.
Sure, and you put it in your what am I trying to say?
Green bin.
Green bin.
Yeah.
Green bin. Okay. Next up.
So now for the chili. So basically what we do for the chili, You don't want it to take a really long time, right?
Right.
Yeah, so the tip that I have is if you roast some of your ingredients in a really hot oven, it gives it that slow cooked flavor.
Good idea.
Without actually taking forever.
Okay.
So
you don't have to
essentially,
prep the pan or anything like that? Just leave it like that?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just put the oil on the vegetables.
Okay.
So here we've got some butternut squash,
Right.
some bell pepper, and apple, which I really, really
Oh,
like
good
in my
idea.
chili.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you top it with the oil.
And how hot is that oven?
That oven is at 400. So it is nice and hot. This takes about 20 minutes to cook, which is pretty perfect because that's about how long it takes for the chili to get going before you need to pop it in there.
Okay,
So
very good.
basically just like that, toss it around and into the oven.
That's a great idea. Because sometimes it takes a little bit longer for those veggies to cook, right?
Exactly.
All right.
And then these are them
Look how
done.
nice they are.
And they'll be nice and tasty.
Nice
And then for the actual chili, all you need to do is some oil in a pan. It's pretty much just like a dump and stir recipe, which
Okay.
are the best. The onion you just prepped. And you want to cook that a little bit until it starts to color. I'm going to kind of do fast chili today.
Yeah. It's going to simmer for a bit.
Simmer for a bit, throw in some bay leaves, some garlic, and then the seasoning. So you can make it as spicy or as not as you want. We've got some chili powder, some cayenne, things like that, just whatever you like in your
So
chili.
you make sure that just to make it easier for yourself, you kind of pre-measure.
You pre-measure
before you do that?
everything, and to be honest with chili, you can kind of go like devil may care with
Yeah,
it,
right.
depending on how you like it
Is
tasting.
your husband watching this segment? Because I think that would be a good idea.
Hey,
if he watches this.
husband. Yeah. We can teach him a thing or two. Another tip to make it taste like it's been cooking forever, tomato paste.
Okay.
It's nice and earthy, but essentially you just mix everything on in there, the beans, the
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Did you rinse off the beans?
You
like
do
that?
rinse the beans because
Yeah.
they're really salty if you don't.
Okay.
But essentially you just do this and then mix in the roasted vegetables.
Okay.
And it tastes like it's been cooking for a long time, and really all you have to do is cook it for about half an hour, 25 minutes.
All right.
Which is great.
Well, while this is simmering, this chili smells so good already. When we come back, Mary's going to make cheddar jalapeno cornbread.
Ooh,
I know.
yeah.
We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. Want this, guys? We are back with Mary Berg, and Mary's making a vegetarian chili with butternut squash and apples. And it's almost ready. Can you smell it? It's so good. So that's happening right there. And then you're making a cheddar and jalapeno cornbread.
Cornbread, yes.
Okay, let's do that.
So this is my all-time favorite cornbread recipe. It is super simple.
Okay.
It's just pretty much, again, a dump and stir. This is one of those easy dinners. So we've got flour, cornmeal, salt, a little bit of sugar because you need sugar in cornbread.
Right.
You need it. And a good amount of baking powder because that makes it nice and puffy, which is good. So basically, I'm just going to whisk this up, and that's all the dry ingredients.
Okay, very good.
So this is actually a pretty corny cornbread. I like mine to have a little extra cornmeal in it.
Yeah?
It feels healthy. I don't think it is, but that's okay. Corn sounds like a vegetable in my mind, even though it's
But
not.
it goes well. It goes well with this, you know, with your vegetarian chili.
It does.
Yeah, because you need a little bit of bread, and I think
Yeah.
that's a good choice to take.
Exactly. It helps like you
Yeah.
just sop everything up.
Sop everything up.
And then for the wet ingredients, this is my all-time favorite ingredient. It is buttermilk. It is delicious, it is tart, and it goes well with anything baked, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree with you on that
So
one.
eggs, and this is another secret ingredient, which sounds kind of weird, but it is mayonnaise.
What?
The little bit of mayonnaise in this recipe actually makes it stay nice and moist, because nothing's worse than like dry cornbread. It tastes,
That's why I
horrible.
don't like cornbread.
oh no, oh no.
You know, it's always dry.
Well, it's exactly. Oh, I
have
thought
to
you
try
meant
Mary-
mayonnaise, and then I
No,
was
no,
like,
I have to
oh,
try- I
man.
love mayonnaise.
Okay, good, good.
I love mayonnaise.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if we can live together.
No,
if you don't like mayonnaise. Yeah.
I'll be your roommate. But you know, but this is good because the mayonnaise makes it, and mayonnaise is really eggs, right?
It's all mayonnaise is eggs and fat, and
Yeah.
we already have eggs and
You got
we have
3
some
eggs in
butter.
there already.
Exactly. So typically we just do this,
Uh-huh.
make a little bit of a well, get a wooden spoon, and then we
Which
just
is handy because it's on your counter.
exactly.
Okay.
And I
What do you need, honey?
typically I have butter, but today I have butter in the microwave. Okay, perfect.
This show's great.
This is a great.
We think of everything.
Everything. I'm
Okay,
loving
and
it.
you melted that butter. How much butter did you melt?
So that is, it is a good amount of butter. It's a cup
Okay.
of butter. But we are making a big thing of cornbread, so
Okay.
it's okay. And we are eating vegetarian chili, which is, again, okay.
Okay.
So essentially, you mix it up a little bit, and then you pour in the butter, because you don't want to cook the eggs. That's why we do this separately.
Oh, right.
So
scrambled eggs.
Exactly, because that is not a tasty thing to have in anything except for scrambled eggs.
Right.
In my opinion. So essentially, just mix that up, and then we bring in the flavoring. So we've got cheddar cheese.
Oh yeah.
Green onion.
Uh-huh.
And chopped jalapeno. Now this is one you can kind of go off of if you don't like the spiciness, and then you just fold that on in.
And this is a buttered pan that you put a 9x13 pan.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can also do this you could divide it into 2 cast iron skillets if you really wanted to go like cornbread and chili. Yeah. Just mix it on up, pop it in.
That looks good, Mary.
That's
a good combination. Yeah, I never thought about the mayonnaise, but mayonnaise is, you know.
It's a trick. You know what? There's a lot of like Southern recipes for like cakes, and they use mayonnaise or sour cream.
Yeah.
Something that is a fat that is has a bit more structure.
Yeah.
Than just traditional butter or anything like that.
Okay. So then, when that's done, what do we do?
So we pop it into the oven, and this is my thing. When you're making the chili and the vegetables come out of the oven at 400, turn the oven down to 350.
Okay.
And then
it's crazy. I love this show.
You get some cornbread. I know, I wish I had an oven like this at home. So there we go.
Looks good. Doesn't that look great? Get closer to it, Chris, because I know you want a piece.
It's very good.
I know when Christopher is really interested in a recipe because he does this. He's filming and then he does this.
He looks at it just to check it out. But it's delicious with the chili. If you make a little bit of...
Okay, look at the chili, everybody. Doesn't that look great?
Does it look tasty?
Now, we love Mary Berg. And Mary, you're vegetarian, right?
I am vegetarian.
Mary's vegetarian, so when you see Mary on the show, you know that she's going to do some vegetarian recipes, and this is no exception.
Exactly.
And it's a good one. I like the apples in this recipe.
The apples cut it.
Yeah, that's true. And so you have the cornbread, and you've got this beautiful. Look how pretty that chili looks.
It's really nice. It's bright. It's colorful. I feel like because it's still cold out, we want those like cooler recipes, but you want something a little healthier.
Yeah.
Then all we do is cut a big old chunk of cornbread.
Yeah.
You
kind of were talking Southern, like a big old.
We get a
cornbread.
cup of cornbread,
Yeah.
and then serve it on the side. You can put it right
and
there.
What's with the avocado lime in this?
So this is just toppings. It's fun.
Do it.
Throw it on there. We got some sour cream.
Yeah.
We got
Have to
some
do that.
avocado. We got some cilantro, which is my favorite.
And a little bit of lime.
And a little bit of lime.
How come?
Because it brightens everything up. It takes away that kind of stodgy taste and makes it really nice and bright.
You want this recipe, you go on Marilyn.ca because you know you want it. Mary Berg, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to our organizing show. Charles the Butler's with us. Okay, now you talk about organizing your linen closet, and it could be wherever you can find one in your house, right?
So absolutely, a lot of us don't have necessarily linen closets because they're not, we live in smaller apartments or whatever.
Right.
So it's about finding a space, whether you have a closet or something else, absolutely.
Okay, we've got a couple of people who've got a couple of questions for you. Connie, I think, has got a question. This is your linen closet, Connie?
Yes, it is.
Okay, what's your biggest challenge with this linen closet, my dear?
Well, my biggest challenge is finding the space to put, my linens, first of all, and also my
I see they're on the bottom, Connie.
Yeah.
But
you gotta give up, Connie. They're on the bottom.
But I love how it's labeled.
Oh.
Like, I'm so impressed.
Is the toothbrush in the toothbrush area? Okay, and there's, what is this?
And the Lysol with the makeup. I like that.
You gotta disinfect the makeup, Connie, I get that. Okay, look at other labels too. Okay, and then the sheets. Okay, and we're gonna take a look at another picture. Let's take a look at that. Hang in there, Connie. We're gonna help you with that. And whose is this?
Over here.
Hi, what's your name?
Anjum?
Hi. And what's the biggest challenge with your closet there, honey?
I think just within the space constraints of a condo, figuring out the best way to utilize my space and where to put my linens.
Right, I gotcha. And that's what we're talking about, at least you guys have these nice shelves. It's just organizing. First thing you're gonna say is take everything out, I bet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why? You tell me.
You know what's a great question. So because you want to be able to take everything out, you want to feel it. Are you going to keep it? Are you going to toss it?
Right.
How do you know when something's ready to be tossed?
How do you know that?
So it's really only because of the feel. There is no other scientific method. So when it's starting to become too thin, that's when you know it's either time to become a rag or you're going to let it go.
And you don't need a ton of stuff, like you always say, let's say with sheets, for example,
Yes.
one change of sheets, have two going.
Exactly.
And that's it. If
That's
especially
the
if you live in a
minimum,
condo,
is 2 sets.
Right.
Because what I learned from Four Seasons was fabulous is that sheets actually need to rest, cotton sheets, when they come out of the dryer.
Right.
Because the fabric is stressed from the heat of the dryer. And so if it has 24 hours to relax, it actually lasts longer. So having only one set that you wash and put on the bed goes faster than if you have 2 sets because it needs that time to rest. And it sounds weird, but it's a proven fact.
It's proven fact.
Yeah.
Cleaning shelving in the closet, you got to do that. What do you suggest that we clean it with?
So you know what? A good vacuum, just
Okay.
because it gets dusty. And I mean, how
Yeah.
often do we clean a linen closet? Like, that's just not something interesting or
Don't
exciting.
think I ever have. But I've wiped it down.
Exactly. So
But
you've got it all out.
vacuuming
So
is good.
a little
Yeah,
vacuum
yeah.
or a little damp wipe.
Okay,
I like this
sort-
closet.
I like this.
I like that.
I like it. This is a person who lives alone and doesn't believe in makeup.
And,
Okay.
and
Anyway.
has lots of towels.
That's lots of stuff. Sort and organize.
Okay, so exactly. So by sorting it, you're deciding what you're keeping and what you're getting rid of.
Correct.
which
Okay,
we
so
talked about.
towels are, you can really, like, there's so many great towels now.
Yes.
You can accumulate a lot. One of the things that I know from you is that when you do wash your towels and you put it in the dryer, don't put dryer sheets in it.
Exactly.
Because they don't absorb.
Exactly, 'cause it
anymore.
stops them from absorbing.
Right. What else did you want us to know?
Okay,
about
so
that?
how does a butler fold a towel?
How?
So let me show you. So the first thing is, we want the tag. We're going to do the 3-fold method.
Okay.
The tag is on the inside. You're going to fold it once, twice, 3 times. Now, we're going to fold it one more time because now it's perfect to go in your closet.
Oh,
However, the reason we do it like this
Okay.
is because we want less work. And so when you hang it up in your bathroom, then it already hangs, and so you don't have to refold it.
Okay.
So
See how beautiful?
now, let me show you something here that's driving me nuts on the shelf, is the way this was put, because this towel, now, when you go to put this in your bathroom, you have to refold it. So you've made more work for yourself.
Yeah.
Because all this one was done was just folded in quarters. And so all this is doing is now that this is here, you can't put that in your bathroom like that. So now you've made more work
Well,
for
go
yourself.
ahead and fold it now that you've
So-
done it. Now that you've done it. So here we go.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the 3-fold method again.
One,
2, 3.
Yeah.
And so that's the way that it's going to hang
Right,
in your
and you
bathroom.
fold it one more
but we
time.
do one more just so that we can put it away.
And it looks nicer too, doesn't it?
I think it looks nicer, and I think it just kind of, there you go.
None. Oh, Charles, it makes a big difference.
Okay.
I do agree with you. I'm with you. Let's talk about bed sheet folding.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, now again.
So, well, I want to show you something because
Sure.
you can either keep things, together, for example, pillowcases together, fitted sheets or flat sheets. So that's one thing. And then, for example, in my house, I have only white sheets. So I do things by category. So, for example, if halfway through the week I want to change the pillowcases, I just grab the pillowcases. I don't have them by set.
Okay.
Now-
But if you do.
So I want to show you a great thing to do if you have by set.
Okay, all right.
Okay? So this is great, for example, if you have like flowered sheets or colored sheets. So you've got your pillowcases. So let's just take this first pillowcase and we're going to fold it. And there we go, okay? So we've got the first pillowcase
So
folded.
you just do it in quarters.
In quarters, exactly.
Okay.
But we're not going to fold the second pillowcase yet.
Oh.
Now,
All right.
let's talk about the flat sheet.
Yep.
Do you fold the sheet from left to right or top to bottom? There's a reason
Okay, you
of
tell
this
me.
going to happen. Okay,
What's the
so
answer?
the answer is we're going to fold the sheet left to right. So let's open this up first of all.
Okay.
So right now, what's
Here's-
interesting is this is the top,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
Okay.
Now, do we want the good side on the outside or the inside?
I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, you have to look, and
Which
so
one's
the
the
way,
right
so
side?
this is the bad side
This
because
is
this is
the-
where the
this is
fold.
the outside.
That's the bad side.
That's the bad side.
This is the good side.
Right.
Okay, so we actually want the good side on the outside. No, we've got it perfect the way it
we do?
is.
We do?
And
Okay.
I'll explain to you. There's a
Oh, I
method
see.
to my madness.
All right, I'm watching.
Okay, so
Match the corners.
match the corners.
Good.
Then we're going to take it. Oh, you want to go that
No,
way?
no,
No,
that's
we
okay.
need to go this way.
Okay.
It'll be easier. There's a reason why. I'll show you why.
Okay. Yeah.
Fold it in half.
Okay.
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 And then now to each other.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have a perfectly folded sheet.
Okay.
Now the reason we did the good side out and we went widthwise on the bed
Yes.
to make life easier for you, when you make the bed, when you put the sheet on the bed and you unfold it, you now have the good side facing down and the bad side facing up where you're going to put the blanket.
Because when you fold it over,
Exactly,
the good
because
side's
then
coming up.
when I'm folding this over the blanket, I've now got the good side there because you have the good side towards you, not on top.
We won't be on about that. Okay. Then the next thing is the one
Our
that's not my
favorite
favorite.
thing.
And I think, I think Connie gets it because she hates it too. That's why she stuffs it on the bottom. So how about the fitted sheet? And some of them are really round.
Yes.
Okay, like this one. Okay, so what do we do?
So the fitted sheet.
Okay,
so
fitted
the
sheet.
dreaded fitted sheet that everyone hates. So the most important thing is, again, how does it go on the bed? So we want to be able to find out which is the good side and this is the bad. So this is the bad side.
That's the bad side.
So we're actually
Gonna put on the good side.
So now I'm going to suggest.
Corner.
So
fine.
corner to corner, and you're just going to give them to me,
Okay, and I'm gonna flip
and
them in.
and you're going to flip it in, and then you're just going to let me do my thing.
Hang on.
Perfect. Because most of us don't have someone to help us when we're filming
That's
sheets.
true.
Which is why I'm doing it by myself.
Okay.
Now, remember we're doing it so that the bad side is out.
Right.
Because when you put it on the bed and you fold this over the corner, then you have the good side facing up. So make
That's why
it
you're doing-
easier
so
for yourself.
Inside out should be.
Okay?
Okay, got
So
it.
you put all the corners together, and then
You put the
you fold it one more time.
face the audience, honey, so we can see you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There you go. So the inside corners go together.
the inside
Yeah.
corners go together.
Yeah. You
And
will
now-
you will talk to yourself while you're doing this. Revisiting. Okay. So
Perfect.
then
So then what we're doing is we're basically making a square.
gotcha.
Because we fold it in quarters.
Like a
Did you
rect-
follow me?
Yeah.
Rectangle, okay?
Yeah.
So then we can fold it in
You
half,
see that, Connie?
a third,
Yeah.
and a third.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we have our fitted, we have our flat, we have one pillowcase, and now to make the bundle,
There's a bundle.
you know where we're going with this.
Now, what if you do you press your pillowcases? Do you do that?
I do, yes.
Yeah, okay,
I
okay.
actually iron my sheets,
Okay.
but that's just me. That's,
But I know people that have a pant presser, and they do it
That's
that
a
way.
great thing.
Yeah.
But do you know how one of the tricks when we're making the bed, because I have one client where they cannot deal with wrinkles. And so the secret is you have a water bottle, a spray bottle.
Yeah.
You make the bed.
Yeah.
Spray it with some water, and you pull taut, and the wrinkles disappear.
If only
It's
we could do
incredible.
that with our faces. Okay.
Okay. So now you've put everything in a bundle.
Right.
And what I like about this is that then you have something that can go perfectly on the shelf.
Very good. Very good, everybody. Okay. Just a real quick thing. We've got 30 seconds to do
Okay.
this.
So,
Okay, tablecloth.
so when we do the tablecloth,
Are they pretty self-explanatory or not really?
no, actually. So the butler actually folds the tablecloth upside down.
Okay.
Because so that the good side is on the inside.
The good side's on the inside. Okay.
Okay?
very good. Yeah.
Because when it goes on the table, that's how we do it. You gonna help me there?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. So corner to corner,
Got it.
perfect. And then we would do it one more time. Perfect. You're good at this. Okay. Now, we have the perfect
Are you
folded
not going
tablecloth.
to match the end to the end?
Well, I was just being quick for the camera. You
No,
said we had
don't
30
be quick.
seconds.
Be great.
I don't want Kathy to be mad at us. Okay, so now, so it's weird because it's inside out. You think,
Yeah.
why would you want it inside out? If this was your dining room table, as the butler, you open it up.
Charles would be back at the end of the show to transition your front hall closet from winter to spring. And ta-da!
And there you go.
We'll be right back.
It's
everybody.
on the table perfectly.
Awesome, great lesson. We'll be right back, everybody. Okay, so here are 3 easy projects to keep your kitchen organized. Is handyman Chris Palmer, everybody. Nice to have you on the show. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
You've got 3 small projects I'm really excited about that are really make a huge impact when it comes to organization.
Yes,
And one we can do ourselves, right?
exactly. It's all
Okay.
about DIY, right?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
always want to save ourselves the extra hassle of paying labor for people like me.
Yeah, we don't want to pay you, so we're going to watch you do it.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and then you can do it at home yourselves.
And so the first one is an organizer for your drawer.
Yeah.
And so what are we talking about here?
Well, what I find, obviously in kitchens, we see actually a lot more drawers coming in now because cabinets aren't as popular because nobody wants to bend over, reach to the back of the cabinet. So drawers are more evident now with large, oversized drawers.
That is true. That is true.
So when you have pots and pans going in them, you find them rustling all over the place.
Yeah, especially the lids. Yeah.
Why not make a beautiful little simple insert using a 3/4 inch piece of birch, slip it in the bottom of the drawer, and it holds everything in place.
Well, very good. So I see you got a grid set out here. So tell me about that.
Let's focus on what the drawer is. What's the drawer holding? So whatever it is, create the grid, map it out, put it on, so you have all your items there, and it's allocated to the space it needs to be. So once I do that, I then go out and I pick up myself some 5/8 dowel. This dowel works out. It's strong enough and it's thick enough that it doesn't take up too much space, but it's rigid enough to actually block pots, pans, and heavy items from moving around.
Right.
So with that in place, I've marked out all my spots where I'm going to go.
And what do you think? What's the inspiration here? We're doing pots, pans. What are we doing here?
This one's all about the plates. We're going to
Okay.
think about the plates.
Plates today.
So we're going to organize our plates. Now, the key to having a clean hole drilled out, always look at a Forstner bit. Now, Forstner bits, there's special.
look at that.
It's a special drill bit.
It's very special.
Very special.
That way you can see it.
So we don't want to look at spade bits or just normal drill bit. Forstner bit, it gives you a very clean hole when you're drilling out on your wood. So as we go to the pre-marked spots, and I'll just drill down. Just that simple, the clean hole, and then next thing you know, I pop my next dowel in, and it's locked in place. And I have my next one in this place, and you cut it perfect to the size of your drawer.
Yeah.
So that when it goes into the drawer, it drops into place and it's perfect.
Ta-da!
So that when it's all finished,
It looks
we pull out our nice pegboard like this.
Yes.
And we grab our stack of plates, and we know that those dowels are in the perfect location so we don't see it slip out.
Important to measure things out, know what the purpose of the drawer is, right?
Exactly.
That's it. And how thick should this thing be? How thick is the actual?
This is 3/4 inch.
Okay, all
so
right.
3/4 of an inch. We want to look for a decent depth, so that way when the dowel sinks in, it's in far enough that it doesn't wiggle.
Got it. Okay, next thing, you're going to love this one, is installing this kind of blind corner unit is what they call it. Tell me a little bit about this.
So picture, if you will, you're in the corner of your kitchen.
Okay, on the counter.
On the counter. So Marilyn's going to come around. She's cooking. She's facing this way. And she's on that big L in the corner of your kitchen, right?
That big L?
So
Right.
everybody has that blind corner where you're sitting there and you're having so much trouble with it.
Right.
Now, what if I told you never have to search for that lost pan in the
Oh my
back?
gosh,
That
okay.
cookie bag that you wished you could have
my
ate
gosh.
last night, but you couldn't
Okay,
get it.
we
But
get
then
it.
I pull it out.
Look.
Oh!
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
So can you retrofit it into your, like...
It's retrofitted. It has size dimensions that you have to pick.
Yeah.
So you have, like, obviously tolerances for how small the opening can be, but this will generally fit any corner cabinet that you have at home. These are found at Lee Valley Tools, and I'll tell you, not to mention, when you go to slam it shut, it doesn't slam. It has soft close.
This is fantastic, don't you think? And remember we were talking about earlier about where you're going to put that toaster? Hey, it's going right there. And look at all the pots and pans and stuff. So can you do it yourself?
Yes. Now, this unit comes with great instructions.
Okay.
It's literally just screwing brackets into the cabinet. If you look, there's just screws in these plates.
Okay.
Once it's mounted to the sidewall, you screw it in, and you walk away.
So when you go in there, what do? You tell them what the space is that you have?
It will tell you within its instructions. So you got to pre-measure your cabinet.
Gotcha.
So you get the numbers and the sizes for your cabinet, so that you know you can use this unit in your corner.
Okay, very good. I like that. Saves a lot of space. Third project is actually a drawer, a floating shelf, but it's not actually a drawer. When you're really, they say when you really are stumped for like space, to move up, go up on the wall. Yeah.
Use your walls, right? We run out of space all the time. Your cabinets are jammed full. You got nothing left. You think, oh, where am I going to go?
Right.
Well, you got a wall. Use your wall efficiently.
Yeah.
Floating shelf shows off some beautiful stuff, but why not hide something inside of it so that when we have our linens and everything just to tuck away?
Yeah, see, how do
Super
you
simple.
do that, Chris? How do you do that?
Well, first off, it floats on a little hardwood bracket that I made, just a U-frame shape, and it's screwed 2 screws to the wall.
That's it.
That's all there is holding this sleeve on.
Wow.
And that sleeve and this shelf and this drawer all locked together perfectly, just with some glue, tape, and walk away.
Okay, so you're going to show us how to do this very quickly.
So here's a really, really good tip. So if you don't have a saw at home, you go to places like Home Depot, Lowe's, all those kind of places, and they'll pre-cut the pieces for you.
Okay.
So me being a very detail-oriented person, I like things very meticulously done. Prefabricated drawer box. We basically, I go to miter corners. The miter corners give you clean edge.
Yeah.
Okay? You can do a box corner. That just means that it's just going to be a square flat edge butting into a square flat edge.
This one's a little bit finer.
This one we're going to do a little finer, so that way the seams are hidden. Masking tape.
Yep.
Nobody's seen me do this before, I swear.
Yeah.
It's top secret.
This is top secret?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
A lot of people are going to see
This
it
is
now.
going to go viral.
Press. Viral taping.
Viral taping.
Press the masking tape as hard as you can to the surface. Believe it or not, this is what my clamps are going to be. So as soon as that's secured in there, flip it over. Now I have edges folding up, sticky side up.
Yep.
Okay? Go to my wood glue. Get it ready.
So you just go get these pre-cut and then
Pre-cut, ready to go. And you can do it with square edge. So it'd just be like this, clamp and glue.
Okay.
So with the miter corners, we line up the edges.
Oh, look at this.
Press the tape down.
Uh-huh.
Fold it up just a touch.
Yeah.
Press the tape again on the back. And you can see already that's holding that corner perfectly.
Beautiful.
Like that's just seamless, no effort. I can walk away.
Yeah.
Take a bit of glue.
Great.
Bead the glue across. Put that out of the way. Fold this up. Let it sit. Come back in an hour. That corner's dried. You can do 2 corners at the same time, and you can put the top on when you're done, put a piece of tape, peel the tape off. That's your shoe. That's your hold that's on the wall right now, holding this shelf. I can take this off. It's literally that piece.
Wow.
And then all I do is I make a drawer box that fits within inside that profile. It's just rectangles inside rectangles. That's all there is to it.
Hey, you make it look simple.
It's super simple.
Thank you to Chris. Okay, now for project instructions, and we have them for you, go to maryland.ca. So nice to meet you. Come and see us again. That's great. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Maryland.ca. It's all about organizing today. Charles is back to show us how to transition your front hall closet from winter to spring. And I bet you the first thing you're going to say is take everything out of the closet, right?
You're absolutely correct. You've got to take everything out, and this is the perfect opportunity. Give it a wipe down, a little vacuum because of the salt, the dirt that, from your boots over the winter, whatever.
And then what do you do?
So the first thing is take things out, and, what are we going to keep? What are we going to toss?
Yes.
And, you made a really good point earlier is that, if you haven't worn it for a couple of seasons, it's time to go.
Yeah.
But,
as
I said to you, but I get sometimes emotionally attached to something. I don't want to give it away.
Then don't do it.
But so,
if you can't do it, then don't do it. Yeah.
But, okay, so we've taken it out. We figured out what we're going to keep, what we're not.
Yeah.
So now we want to be able to store some things.
Okay, let's go over here.
Okay?
Yeah.
But remember, before we start to store things, you want to make sure that it's clean. You never want to put anything away dirty.
Right.
So, get it clean, fix the little buttons, all that kind of stuff.
Zippers, all that kind of stuff, yeah?
Exactly. So now, we don't always have, these big closets or cedar closets to put things in. That's, the old days. So IKEA, for example, has this great storage solution where you can put something, for example, under your bed.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
No? So, once you've got it there.
Yeah.
Or there's also these kinds of options, which are these plastic bags. And I'm sure you've seen this before where you put a garment in it, and then you put the vacuum cleaner hose to it, and it shrinks it like this. And what I like about this is that, for example, if you live in an apartment building and you have like a storage locker that kind of is a bit dusty, this is a great way because it keeps it clean that way.
And stuff that you don't use, that great coat that you're not going to use all the time.
Exactly.
But you know that you want to keep it, you can do it that way too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And then also IKEA has these kind of bins that when you start to put things back, you can start to organize things.
That's so good, yeah.
Which I love.
And so really the cupboard is what you're really going to use immediately, what you need because you got little kids' coats, your stuff and whatever.
And you know what? So something here which I really loved, which is also from IKEA, is this kind of thing like so you can create bins.
Yeah.
And the reason I like this, for example, is when I was a butler, the lady of the house, she had bins for the kids. And so they were held accountable to put their hat, their scarves, their gloves in a bin because they had a bin that was theirs.
Yeah, that's so good.
When you have nowhere to put it, it's easy to say, well, I don't know where to put it, and the kids just throw it on the hall floor.
Now, one of the things I know about you, because you do go into people's homes and you reorganize them, you've done that in the past, is there was a client of yours in New York that loves drawers, right?
Oh,
Watch yourself. Don't
so this
trip
was
over
fascinating.
That.
So they did a chest of drawers,
Yeah.
and so they put things, for example, their gloves or whatever,
in the front hall.
In the front hall,
Yeah.
because they didn't have a closet in the front hall.
That's a good idea.
And so they just used it like this, and I thought that was brilliant. And then on the top, you can put your keys, you can put your purse, like whatever, and it really made a lot of sense when I saw that.
Right, and you put like hooks up for your coats and leave it at that.
Exactly.
Or another closet someplace else.
And she had also in there, for example, she had her scarves, her Hermes scarves that she would throw on or whatever.
Darling.
All her fancy
Locked
things were
up,
in there.
locked up?
No.
But well, I want to get some more stories from Kathy. We only have 30 seconds. Is there anything that you want to tell us about any of your clients that we don't know about? What's the strangest thing you found in someone's closet?
I can't say that on the air, but I have a good one there.
Oh!
I have a good one there.
Too bad. Thank you to Charles the Butler and everybody, Mary Berg and Chris Palmer too. Have a great day, everybody. Get organized. See you next time.